Part 1. The Meeting of Two Powerful Hearts. Cleopatra, the enchanting Queen of Egypt, and Mark Antony, the valiant Roman general, were two of the most charismatic and powerful figures of their time. Their love story would become the stuff of legends, a tale of passion, politics, and an empire divided. Cleopatra, renowned for her beauty and intelligence, ruled Egypt with grace and cunning. She was not just a queen, but a true pharaoh, the last of the Ptolemaic dynasty. Her kingdom was the jewel of the ancient world, a land of wealth and intrigue. Mark Antony, on the other hand, was a Roman military hero and one of the three triumvirs who ruled Rome. He was a man of great charisma and ambition, known for his courage and leadership on the battlefield. But despite his triumphs, he found himself embroiled in the complex politics of Rome. Their paths first crossed in 41 BC when Antony summoned Cleopatra to Tarsus, a city in modern-day Turkey. He sought her alliance and support for his campaigns in the east. Cleopatra, ever the shrewd diplomat, arrived in grand style, sailing down the Cydnus River on a magnificent barge adorned with gilded sails and perfumed with exotic scents. When Antony beheld Cleopatra, he was captivated by her beauty and charisma. She was unlike any woman he had ever met, and her intelligence matched her allure. Cleopatra, in turn, recognized Antony's power and saw an opportunity to secure her kingdom's prosperity through an alliance with Rome. Their first meeting was a spectacle of opulence and grandeur, and it marked the beginning of a passionate and tumultuous love affair. Antony was bewitched by Cleopatra's charms, and Cleopatra found in Antony a man who could fulfill her ambitions. Their love blossomed in the exotic surroundings of Alexandria, Egypt's capital. They reveled in each other's company, indulging in lavish feasts and extravagant celebrations. Cleopatra introduced Antony to the wonders of Egyptian culture, from the mysteries of the Nile to the beauty of ancient temples. However, their love was not without its challenges. Back in Rome, Antony's political rivals used his relationship with Cleopatra as ammunition against him. They accused him of being under Cleopatra's spell and neglecting his duties to Rome. As their love deepened, Antony and Cleopatra faced a world that would stop at nothing to tear them apart. Little did they know that their love story would become an epic battle against the forces of politics and destiny, leading to a tragic conclusion that would forever etch their names into history. Part 2. The Alliance and the East. As the love between Cleopatra and Mark Antony deepened, their relationship evolved into a powerful alliance. Antony, captivated by Cleopatra's intellect and charisma, recognized her as a formidable partner. Together, they embarked on a mission to secure their futures and expand their influence. Antony, as one of the three rulers of Rome, was entrusted with governing the eastern provinces of the Roman Empire. He saw an opportunity to strengthen his position and further his ambitions with Cleopatra by his side. In 37 BC, Antony and Cleopatra formed a strategic alliance by sealing their union with a lavish Egyptian ceremony, making Cleopatra his consort and the Queen of Kings. Their union was more than just a love affair. It was a blending of Roman and Egyptian power. Cleopatra bore Antony 3 children, twins Alexander Helios and Cleopatra Selene, and a son named Ptolemy Philadelphus, solidifying their family bonds and strengthening their political ties. Together, they ruled over a vast empire that spanned from Egypt to parts of the Middle East. Cleopatra's wealth and influence in the East complemented Antony's military prowess and political stature in Rome. They even minted coins bearing their portraits, symbolizing their shared authority. However, their powerful love and political aspirations drew the ire of Rome's other ruler, Octavian, later known as Augustus. Octavian, Julius Caesar's grandnephew and adopted son, saw Antony's relationship with Cleopatra as a threat to Rome and its traditions. In 31 BC, tensions reached a breaking point. Octavian declared war on Cleopatra and Antony. The famous Battle of Actium took place at sea, pitting Octavian's forces against those of Antony and Cleopatra. It was a devastating defeat for Antony and Cleopatra, and their dreams of a united empire began to crumble. As the Roman navy fell to Octavian, Cleopatra and Antony retreated to Alexandria. Their love endured, but their situation grew increasingly dire. Antony's political fortunes were fading, and they faced the looming threat of capture by Octavian. The story of Cleopatra and Mark Antony took a dramatic turn, as their love story now faced not only political challenges, but the very real danger of losing everything they had built together. In the third and final part, we'll explore the tragic conclusion of their epic love affair and the legacy they left behind. Part 3. The tragic end and eternal legacy. As Cleopatra and Mark Antony retreated to Alexandria following their defeat at the Battle of Actium, their love faced its most dire test. Octavian's forces closed in on Egypt, and the couple's world began to crumble around them. The end seemed inevitable, and rather than face the humiliation of being paraded through Rome as captives, Cleopatra and Antony made a heart-wrenching decision. In 30 BC, believing that they could not endure a future without each other, they chose to die together. Legend has it that Cleopatra, a master of poisons, used an asp, a venomous snake, to end her life. She allowed the serpent to deliver its deadly bite, and in her final moments, she reclined beside her beloved Antony. As the venom coursed through her veins, she died in his arms. Upon discovering Cleopatra's lifeless body, Mark Antony was filled with grief and despair. He chose to follow her into the afterlife. With a deep sense of loss, he took his own life, leaving this world to be with Cleopatra in the next. Their tragic end marked the conclusion of one of history's most passionate and dramatic love stories. Their love had defied empires and society's norms, but in the end, it was their love for each other that prevailed above all else. Octavian, having achieved victory, captured Alexandria and Egypt. He intended to parade the defeated Antony and Cleopatra through the streets of Rome as a symbol of his triumph. However, upon entering Cleopatra's palace, he was met with the sight of the lovers' lifeless bodies. Rather than the humiliation of a Roman triumph, Cleopatra's death became a symbol of her defiance and devotion to the man she loved. Octavian granted them a lavish burial, side by side, as befitting their royal status. Their tomb became a monument to love and tragedy, a testament to the enduring power of their passion. The story of Cleopatra and Mark Antony has lived on for millennia, captivating the imaginations of poets, writers, and artists. It has been depicted in countless plays, films, and works of literature. Their love story, marked by its intensity and sacrifice, has become a symbol of enduring romance and the lengths to which people will go for love. Despite the challenges they faced and the ultimate tragedy of their end, Cleopatra and Mark Antony's love story remains immortal. It serves as a testament to the power of love to transcend boundaries, defy conventions, and etch itself into the annals of history as one of the most iconic and enduring romances of all time.